Hello everyone, Francesco here with Cyberwalk and Cybertalk. We definitely live in interesting time where an autonomous agent and an autonomous model completely decide to cheat and go off track of a cyberbench software that was executing. So the story goes that Hugging Face was testing the latest OpenAI Soul 5.6 model, and it tested with a number of exploitation from vulnerability description. The model continued executing, and because it was unsupervised, it decided to go off script, to remove or go off the sandbox exercise that was contained with, go out in the web, research and find a key, exploit a remote code execution and launch a real-time attack on completely unsupervised. Now the interesting aspect is the Hugging Face team that did a wonderful job at explaining what happened and how they addressed this in an hour and a half long call. Thank you for the Cloud Security Alliance and Gadi to put that together very quickly. But they walk us through what happened and the nuances around the fact that the model executed very intelligent command and very silly command. That wasn't the novel thing, but the nuance is that it executes over 10,000 attacks in a very short sequence of time with parallel agent, testing everything, every attack surface, every command that it can. Sometimes they can be changed, sometimes they can't. Some TTP cold, but the thing that I took away from is that it was fast, executed fast. And on the opposite side, when they tried to funnel the logs and the incident response analysis through the model, through the same model that caused the issue, it got blocked because of the guardrail, because it started putting together the fact that those could be attack or those could be potential vulnerability. So it decided not to do that. And they had to use a localized model, GLM, that is open weight model, to run the incident response and get some answer on that. So the whole incident is particularly interesting. First of all, because a model that started attacking all of a sudden decided not to execute defender jobs, and that's a very interesting aspect. This is going to become ground for regulation in Europe, definitely, and definitely scrutiny across the world, with the capability of this model growing and the ability for them to execute attacks at a very fast pace. Now, all of this require a harness, and the Hugging Face team as well explain how, for the incident report, they run their own harness to produce custom-made things and dashboard. So, in general, it's an interesting concept where we can build this tailored work, but definitely speaking, we need to look after our attack surface because it's targeted by these attacks at a very fast pace, and that's what I took away. Now on the other side, we publish our updated 2026 supply chain attack analysis. Nothing new in the world. Miasma is still there, maybe not as pervasive as other models or in the past, not as verbose as in the past. So Team PCP has gone a little bit more quiet. There have been spark of smaller attack here and there, but definitely the lesson that we learned this year is even these surface and attack have gone faster, more aggressive, and definitely targeting developer machine, with attacker targeting API credential from a cloud perspective and LLM perspective, as well as infecting .config file and leveraging post-install script. Now all of the distribution packages have disabled the post-install script, and given for the newest update a grace window of a couple of weeks. So that should mitigate for now temporarily the attack surface and the amount of attacks that this generate, but we'll see what's the effect of that. On the other news, we're gonna be a Black Hat and we're gonna have a number of fantastic events, including raffles with lightsaber, VR goggle. We're gonna have Phoenix Purple in VR, so come and have a look at the booth. And then we're gonna have a joint event with Risk Ledger and Harmonic at the aquarium on the 4th. So come and join us. All the links are in the post to get back together, discuss about AI security and the world we will live in, because we are stronger together. And if we discuss this like we've done in the past weeks and months, we get better together. So this is Francesco Cipollone, this is Cyberwalk and Cybertalk. Stay safe out there.